My next guest, a real trailblazer. Yeah, she won a beauty pageant wearing a hijab and then later went on to be on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue wearing a burkini and a hijab. Now she's a supermodel and a UNICEF ambassador. I want to welcome to our show Halima Aden. Halima, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. I know that we're all under stay at home orders. So, where exactly are you and how are you dealing with being at home?
Well, Heather, so I'm in Minnesota, and I'm doing good. I've actually gotten to, take advantage of this time at home and, learning new food and how to cook and bake, and just trying to stay mentally focused and, taking this time to reflect. And it's also the month of Ramadan, so I'm also partaking in that. Yeah, but I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. I'm really interested to hear what's happening tomorrow. The UNICEF group is putting on a big performance, again, all online, like we've seen so many groups having to turn to in organizations. You're a UNICEF ambassador. Halima, what exactly does that mean? And tell me what's happening tomorrow night.
Yes, so I'm really excited tomorrow, May 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Please join us all at unicefwon'tstop.org. It's going to be a 1 hour long event. Of course, we moved everything digitally. And this event is going to basically bring together everybody from frontline workers to, big name celebrities. And Cher is going to be performing. And I know I'm super excited to see what she has. And I myself was also part of the project, and I got to interview a UNICEF expert and just ask her how everybody's doing on the ground, and just having the conversation because it's so timely right now, of course. And even though we're apart, we still want to be together digitally. So it's going to be quite the event.
With you working with UNICEF, traditionally when I think of UNICEF, I think of sort of the hands and feet on the ground when something occurs. Now that we're under stay-at-home orders, how are you able to still be involved in this, and what is UNICEF able to do to help people around the world?
Yeah, so I mean, there's so much that we all can be doing, big or small. One of the first campaigns that I did with UNICEF this year when the pandemic started was, of course, the You Can Learn campaign, which, we encouraged everybody at home to learn a new trick or, share a cooking recipe, something special, something easy that everybody can try at home. I myself did the song Jambo, which is a Swahili song, a song of community that brought so much joy in my childhood, of course. So I shared that with my viewers and encouraged them to do the same. And since then, Gigi Hadid has posted a recipe. Ashley has also joined. So many people are taking part in the You Can Learn hashtag. And that's just one way that we're trying to stay connected, even though we're physically apart and staying at home.
I would love for you to provide us with just some worldly perspective. I know that your upbringing was really interesting in Somalia, essentially growing up in a refugee camp. Help us just provide some perspective to what's happening right now and how you take a moment or what seems like a really long time under orders or under quarantine and turn it around for good.
Yeah, Heather, it's interesting because, the last couple months, especially while I've been home, I've been reflecting a lot. And, it's interesting because now, and you guys will see too, one of the conversations we had was, there is no social distancing in refugee camps. That's just impossible given the proximity everybody is. And so it's really about prevention. And for me, I've lived 7 years in a refugee camp and I saw firsthand the work that UNICEF is doing. So for me, it's always been a very personal relationship. But I will give you guys the advice that my mom gave me on our hardest times, which is hard times don't last, strong people do. So keeping the faith. And right now with COVID-19, what's so interesting is the whole world is essentially feeling the same that you are. We're all going through this together. So that is a plus, versus in my childhood, it was like us in our little bubble in the refugee camp and really relied heavily on the work that UNHCR and UNICEF was doing. But today with COVID-19, we're at a place where it is togetherness because the whole world has paused and we're going through it together and we will get over it together. And so it's important to remember that we are braver together and just using this time to empathize with greater things that are happening. And, it might be temporary for us and we have that privilege, but for millions of children around the world, that is their day-to-day, will continue to be their day-to-day until we intervene. And so just remembering to be empathetic and all the hardships that we're going through, all the frustrations, so many people have lost their jobs, income, you know, we're living in a time of uncertainty, and those are the same exact emotions that we as refugees have to go through on a day-to-day. So I'm hoping that this entire experience, if anything, is going to bring us together, and yeah, just, you know, keep on being positive and keep on keeping the hope alive.
I'm so glad you said that. And something that you said stuck out to me. Your mom told you these times won't last. Going through something rough doesn't last forever. Sunday is Mother's Day. It sounds like your mom plays a big role in your life. Do you have a message for her, or how has she impacted your life?
My mama, I mean, she is my hero. You know, I think like all of us, you know, the mother plays such an important role, a key role in your life, and, you know, the attitude that you carry with you for the rest of your life. And I'm so glad that she was a woman who viewed obstacles and challenges as, you know, this comes and goes. It's testing how we work together as a family, as a unit. And we're going to get through it as long as we stick together. And that's the mentality that I'm continuing to have, even in COVID-19.
I also heard you say that your mom was, of all the accomplishments you've had, Halima, your mom was most proud of you when you became the UNICEF ambassador. Besides the supermodel and the cover girl and the beauty pageant star, when you became a part of UNICEF, that's when you brought tears to her eyes.
Yeah, my mom is an incredible woman. You know, it's interesting, Heather, because she just called me a couple weeks ago and she's like, you know, you have all this time at home. You know, do you just want to get your housekeeping job back? And, you know, she, of course, keeps up with all the frontline workers and all the hard work everybody's doing. Our heroes, our real superstars, supermodels today, there are our healthcare workers, our nurses, EVS staff, housekeepers, the people, the clerks that are working at the supermarkets and gas stations. And I think this is a moment to celebrate them because, you know, today they are our superstars. And I'm so excited again for the event on Saturday, May 9th. And we're going to be showcasing exactly that, you know, highlighting people who deserve the spotlight the most, which is our frontline workers and heroes.
Halima Aden, you said it best. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll see you tomorrow with UNICEF's event online. Keep smiling because your smile is contagious.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you so much.